shout out to this podcast right now. Who you telling? They know how to ask questions and conduct an excellent interview. So
I
y'all,
like this.
Yeah.
You able to see direct interaction.
Right
You're
there.
actually really, really good at this, by the way, because I've been on a whole lot of podcasts, and every time before I go, they always ask the same thing. Like, this is probably like one of the best, I'll say the best podcast that I've been on so far, and I've been on a lot.
Welcome back to the Who You Telling podcast. My name is E. I'm your host. I'm sitting in the studio with my boy Twan, and nonetheless, one of the greatest artists in Charlotte, hands down, Mrs. Mary Mack.
Big purr.
I appreciate you coming through for sure.
No, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, man. Mary, we got to kick things off, and I just want you to tell the folks, like, who you are, where you from, what city you holding down, man.
Well, everybody already really know what's going on, but for those that don't know what the fuck going on, I'm Mary Mack, Queen of the Queen City.
Let's go.
3-time Female Artist of the Year award winner. Okay. And I'm holding down the city, Charlotte, 704, all day, every day. Purr.
All right. We appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I am 30.
All right, first 30.
Mm-hmm. 30.
Put that in there.
I'm your mama's mama.
What was them awards at the Charlotte Music Awards?
It wasn't the Charlotte Music Awards. It's the Queen City.
Oh, the Queen City Music Awards. Yeah.
You gotta be right with it when you get Queen City.
Mm-hmm.
Queen City. That's
that
why
popping, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It really helps. Like, jumpstart a lot of stuff for real, because I wasn't even expecting to win that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen I was nominated for it, but it was my first year rapping. I'm just like, okay,
yeah,
that's what's up, you know? And then people was like, you got to tell people to vote for you and stuff. Like, you need to post a link. They was like, I think you can win it. I'm like, oh, okay, you think so? Like, next thing you know, it was like, yeah, you won. Like, what's up? Like, and then I made the thank you song in response to people not being happy about me winning. And that shit took off even more. Like,
that thank you was hot.
That shit took off even more. On God, like,
man, you gotta have the connection, man. Because sometimes I be riding down the road and I just be like, hold on, turn that up. That's Mary Mack, yo. That's dope. You know what I mean? That's dope as hell to be able to see you get your music into those spaces. How has the journey been for you? Like, what has that journey been like? Going back to your earliest memories of what it was like getting started and where you are now. How was that for you?
I'm gonna be honest, like, this whole process for me has really been a blessing, and I've been blessed with people to help me from the beginning, like, and it hasn't been hard for me. It was like it was meant for me to do it, so it's been easy, it's been fun, and you know, at the same time, you're gonna always have shit that come with it, but I'm blessed more so than anything. So yeah,
that's dope, man. It's really dope being in the Charlotte space. You know what I mean? Even coming to some of the events, you know what I mean, the club scenes and things of that nature, you usually have like a whole vibe around you. Like, how did you happen to get this strong pull of energy around you and people that support you? Like, solid.
I honestly think it came from being a genuine person and actually supporting other people first. Like, because I wasn't rapping, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else that's around me was already doing the shit. Like, I was watching them do it. I fuck with it. I'm just a genuine person. So when it was my turn, it was easy for niggas to support me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even on no hate shit. They couldn't even be like, oh, I don't fuck with that. Like, you crazy if you're not, you know?
Yeah. It only made sense.
It only made sense.
Yeah, that they come up and fuck with you, man, for real. That's why you jump in.
So you say you went from 1-time to 3-time winner? Was it in a row?
Yeah. So
it was consecutively. What years was this?
I can't even remember the exact years. Probably I started rapping in 2020. So 2020, 21, 22, 23. Well, 19, 20, 21, I think it might have been. Something like that.
What's been one of your best experiences so far?
Performing for the kids, like getting paid to perform, of course, that's great. But just like the opportunities I've had to perform for kids and see like the kids genuinely love me, not judge you, not care about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your hair messed up, if your nail broke, they just love you because you and you hot and they fucking with it, you know? And it's just the ultimate feeling, you know what I'm saying? So that's been the best thing, performing for the kids.
Being someone who's unfamiliar with your platform, like completely, I haven't, you know what I'm saying? aside from what we just played, does all of your music, or, I mean, because being able to perform for kids means something, you know what I mean? Does all of your music have a certain type of content to whereas you can perform like only for kids? I mean, like how does...
Like the song you just played, I wouldn't even perform that song for kids. I have so much music. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I got all of that. I got the things I can perform for kids, for your grandma, for the church. Like, to be real, I have all of that. Like, that's just a part of being a creative. Like, you got to have everything available at all times.
No, that's for sure. I think that a lot of times people confuse, you know, an artist with being this perfectionist. You know what I mean? And I think that a part of being an artist, you know, it's different. It's different colors in the strokes. You know what I mean? So you might like blue, I might like orange, but collectively, like, this is a piece of art. You know what I mean? So it sounds like from what you put together, you kind of starting to master and have mastered in a lot of ways, being able to put that art together to be able to have an audience all across. Yeah,
but
dope.
it took me learning, going through it. Like, I had a meeting one time with some guys who were signing people, and they were giving out money to everybody. So I just showed up. I wasn't even supposed to be there. But then they started asking me questions. Like the engineer played my music. They were like, "Who is that?" They was like, "Her." Then they was like, "Okay, play me a Valentine's Day song." And I'm like, "What?" I just played a love song. They was like, okay, play me a Christmas record. I was like, what? He was like, you got a Thanksgiving song? I was like, bro, what? Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I got the hardest shit ever, though, but the stuff they started asking for, I didn't have.
Yeah.
So am I artist? Am I ready? Like, if I don't have the material that they looking to sell, I'm like, fuck. Went home and made a Valentine's Day song. Dropped a Christmas record. Fuck it. Like, we gonna be ready for whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me I ain't prepared. I am.
Yeah.
With a hit.
So you got...
With a
So
hit
you got
too.
a Christmas record.
Yeah, I got a Christmas record. It's called Trap Christmas.
Did you get the
Stop
Thanksgiving one
playing.
done too?
I ain't getting no Thanksgiving one done because I really don't know what to do. I mean, I be talking about eating, but I'm talking about money. So, but it's the same thing. Feels like Thanksgiving. I'm thankful.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like that's a crazy question to ask. Are you signed to anybody?
I'm not signed.
You not signed?
I'm not signed. I'm independent. But I have a whole team of people. You would think I was signed.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid more than people that signed.
Would you? Is that like plans in the future?
I mean, it depends. It depends on what makes sense. Like, if we could blow right now and we own everything and we don't have to do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't doing it for the fame. We're doing it for the money. We want to take care of our kids, our families. Like, we're doing this for generational wealth. So I'm gonna get my bread. Like, if they coming to me with the right type of deal and it's worth it, give them them records. Get on up out of there. Be independent again. But if it's worth it for me to stay independent, I'm staying independent.
Yeah.
You got any artists that you looking to like deal with? Do
like,
business
as far
with,
as
do
I do
songs?
business with artists, I got a lot of features. If that's what you mean by doing business.
Who's some of your favorite features?
Man, I have so many features. Like, Rico Barrino is one of my favorite features. I got a song with Money Train. It's one of my favorite features. I got a lot of records with Rista Rain that I like a lot. I have a lot of records with a lot of different artists. Like,
I heard some big names in there too. Yeah.
even me and Luke Nasty, I'm gonna actually be on his project that's about to drop, and he's on the Thank You remix. Me and Rich Dunk got a lot of good records together, like 4 or 5. Like, yeah, I have a lot of features though.
Every artist you named was from Charlotte?
No.
Who's not?
Luke Nasty's not from Charlotte.
He's
Mila J's not from Charlotte.
He's from Green. Well, is it
He's
Green?
from Raleigh or something like that.
Yeah, I know it's somewhere.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
And Mila J
okay.
live in California. That's Janae Iku's sister.
Okay.
So we have a record together as well. And she's in LA. And I went out there and worked with her and made her video and shit out there as well. Super dope.
That sounds like an interesting opportunity. How did that come about?
Really, a guy that works with her that she records with reached out to my manager and was like, he has this record. And my manager was like, well, I have an artist I think would sound good on the record. They sent him my music and they wanted me on the record. So she sent me the open and I recorded on it.
Yeah. Do you pay for like your music videos and things of that nature? I know you said you're independent. Does that come from like your team? Or you paying for this like out of pocket?
We
How does that
both
work?
pay. We all pay.
All-
you know what
all
I'm saying? So
together,
everybody's
collectively.
paying.
Team, yeah.
Everybody's paying. My team put in bread. I put in bread. Like, and I'm grateful to have multiple managers. You know what I'm saying? I have 3 managers. I don't just have one. So I have multiple people that's here helping, and even people that's not management help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody is trying to get us to this one goal. So
Right.
we all do it.
How
And
does
can't
that
nobody be paying for my shit and I'm not paying. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I mean, because when you say independent, I'm just thinking like, all right,
We do everything ourselves.
Yeah,
though.
you
everything in house.
and y'all got like a solidified team, all that stuff. Okay.
Down from engineers to producers to security to dancers to all of that.
Yeah. Is it scary moving with a big team? Like, is it a lot having to trust? You know what I mean? A lot of different people because they might handle different components of it.
To be real, at first, it didn't even seem like that because I was just young and dumb to the music. Like, I'm new like a little baby. You don't know shit. So that shit just seemed fun to have a whole bunch of people around you. But I learned real quick that everybody wasn't for you. So the people that's around me now, I 100% trust them. You know what I'm saying? Like, my team, I feel like it's solid and solidified. Like, I feel like couldn't nobody come in between us but us. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? We
right.
that strong. So
Well, that's good. That's good. Because anytime you're dealing with business, you know what I mean, just in general, it can be tough. You know what I mean? Having that trust. You know what I mean? This is one thing, and it's crazy because when you have nothing and you grinding, like you trust those people, it seemed like even more. But when money is involved, like you gotta start watching how things, you know what I mean, maneuver. So I've been always curious to know, like on that scale, what things are like, you know what I mean? Because that can be tough. I know when money is involved. What artists growing up inspired Mary Mack?
everybody already know Missy. I love Missy Elliott. Like, I think she's an amazing artist. She's just one of many, though. Like, like I told you, I listen to all kind of music from Whitney Houston to Missy to Luther Vandross to LL Cool J as a kid. Like, I was listening to everything. My mom had me listening to everything. So even gospel music was a big influence on my love for music, you know?
Right.
So it's a little bit of everything.
I got you. I had a question for you. You had brought up Missy Elliott. Is that one of your dopest female rappers?
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite rapper.
So
of
now
all
I'm gonna
time.
shake up your whole little shift real quick. If you had to choose, who would you choose as being who made the biggest impact on female rap between those two, Lil' Kim or Queen Latifah?
Well, the only thing is I can't really comment on Queen Latifah's like career as a rapper because I don't really know her as an artist. I know her more as an actress.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
I
like,
got you.
I don't know her music
Yeah.
to judge her on a musical scale and as a creative.
Maybe
feel
I
it's
went
so
back
fair.
too far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Queen
It's the
Latifah's crazy.
Because Lil' Kim-
UNITY.
yeah, okay, I like
Okay,
that song. I
yeah.
know that that's her record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the amount of Lil' Kim songs I can hear in my head compared to her one record
Yeah.
is not.
But Kim was big too.
Yeah, Kim is Kim. Though.
Yeah, yeah.
Kim is that nigga. Like,
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, there's a lot of motherfuckers who is literally using her blueprint right now to do what they're doing. If she didn't do it, they wouldn't be doing it.
I fuck with you, man. I fuck with
They
you.
using her
Really.
blueprint right
Yeah.
now. Like,
I fuck with the answer because it's real. So
Mm-hmm.
many people be trying to put on act like they know about shit they don't really know about
Yeah.
and try to speak on that shit. But I respect the fact that you like, look, Kim run through. But
Mm-hmm.
I can be honest with you, like, I'm an old school, you know what I mean? So when you started naming Luther, I said, man, let me just chance it. Maybe, just maybe, you know what I mean? She might know
might
about
know a little sound.
yeah, little Queen Latifah, man. That's good stuff.
Shoot this.
So how did church play a role in your life growing up?
Church has always played a role in my life. It still does to this day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, me being a believer and a Christian and going to church, I feel like it just gave me like real morals, real standards. And I told you, like, a part of that being genuine thing is the reason why I'm in this position today. And
Right.
literally I can't do nothing without him. So he put me here. So I'm grateful for that. Like, and I feel like that without that, I wouldn't even be in this position. So
Do you have a church family that supports you and you as an artist?
my church is a real church. Like my pastor is not going to be like, oh yeah, girl, you out there got them girls shaking that ass, you know. At the end of the day, like I got my own walk with Christ, and my pastor, my apostle, he knows that. You know what I'm saying? He understands that, and he, you know, he would rather me do Christian rap, you know, but this is what I'm doing, and my mom supports me, and my family, my son, my boyfriend, and you know, I'm good with that.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm just curious because, you know, not to ruffle no feathers or nothing, you know, but.
And people from my church support me. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Like, they come and help me with my album release party, like different things. They be there. They'll even come to shows. Like, they booked me. I just performed. Right. You know, so.
That's dope. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
For sure. Let me ask you this. If you had the deal of your dreams, what car are you buying?
What car am I buying? See, I'm not like the biggest like car person like that, but 9 times out of 10, I would get like the Jeep Wrangler, like with the one that you could take all the parts and pieces off, like
Barbie
super
styles.
Pink with the pink and black interior, super fire. But I would just ride around with no doors every day.
If you got that deal of a lifetime, would you stay in Charlotte?
Probably not.
Where you going? Where you headed? Give us some ideas.
Probably moving to Texas or somewhere like that. Like, for real. Like, probably not going to stay here. I mean, I would, of course, have a house here. My family's here. Yeah. I would be here, but.
No? Okay.
How do you feel about the Charlotte entertainment scene?
As far as what? Like... What do you mean?
I mean, because I could be specific. Let's say support. How do you feel the Charlotte environment supports each other, or does it not support each other?
Well, I have a show I do every week in Charlotte, a showcase for artists called Who Got a Banger, and I know that at my show they show support. So I can't really say what they do other places, but I do see artists go out here and support one another here in Charlotte, and I feel like there's a lot of other entities that fall into play when it comes to that thing too, but I do see people supporting each other and knowing each other's music and pulling up because they do it for me, and I see them do it for others.
How do you think Charlotte music can be taken to another level?
If everybody tried to create their own sound, it would go to another level versus niggas trying to mimic what they heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear somebody do something, like, you don't try to go home and do what you heard them do. You try to go home and do something better than what the fuck you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes shit better instead of watered down. Like, if it's 100 niggas with a great song that all sound the same, who do you pick?
Right.
All right.
Who do you pick?
All right. I'm gonna probably ruffle some feathers. So how do you feel about I guess you could call them the metropolitan areas, like the Concords, the Kannapolis, the Monroe, all the surrounding cities, in regards to the music scene? Do you think it should be more of a community, or do you think like city to city should be like more relevant?
I think that it is more of a community, though. I think that the people that are in, like, the more metropolitan outskirts of the city, they have the option to come to the city, too. Like, you can come to the city. I invite everybody from everywhere. I don't care where you live. You can live in damn Atlanta. I'm going to hit you. If I go on your page and I see you're a great artist, I invite you outside. And then if there was more events on the outskirts, we would go to them. We go to them. People tell us to come. We show up. We pull up. We unite with everybody that's great. And, you know, it's different now because you ain't really separated like that by cities no more because everything is online based. So I can get in contact with somebody and touch somebody all the way in Pageville, South Carolina much easier now than it was a few years ago. Right. So we networking, we building.
Yeah.
Right.
This question here is, what's your writing process?
So I feel like I have like one of the best, like I said, teams in the world. So I have writers as well as I write as well. So our writing processes are different. Like we all get together, we write together, we listen to beats, we go through that shit together. We jump in, we jump out, like, and we make great records together. And it's a vibe, you know. Even last night we created until 3-4 in the morning writing songs, making music. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then we go to the stew and we record.
That's a good deal. It's a team effort across the board. That's for sure. Team effort. I like that.
Shout out to my writers.
That's
Fucking
that's a new approach.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's
You're
not.
right. I mean, if
It's
you
not a
being,
new approach.
it's I guess it's new to be so public about it.
Yeah, maybe. But everything public. You can go on Apple Music and see who wrote whatever.
Right. So the fact that you speaking on it, I actually like admire that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I admire that.
I
And
mean,
it's,
because I ain't never hit it. Like, it's never been a thing for me because I have the ability to write my own record too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I don't do nothing. And I just write. I'm a creative. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I have shit that I hear. And just because somebody wrote something for me does not mean I'm just going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not a problem for me.
Own?
Yeah, I'm still gonna make it my own. I'm still gonna write too. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like I'm gonna still add my own shit in there. I'm gonna still write a verse. I'm gonna write the hook. I'm gonna do something. Like we're all creating it together, and it's different and it's great because we all hear music different. You know what I'm saying? Like you as an artist, your sound is gonna be different than my sound. Put that shit together, you make magic. Like, we make hit records with ease.
I think anything that like bring people happiness, like if you ain't sharing it with nobody, then it don't really mean shit anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Super dope.
yeah, so I get it.
T-Spring also asks in the comments, is there other Charlotte artists that you found dope?
Man, there's so many Charlotte artists. I couldn't even really sit here and name everybody. Like I told you, I do a show every week, and I have over 100 artists come and perform damn near every week. So I know a lot of great artists. Super great. Charlotte is
talented.
filled with talent.
Yeah, yeah.
Charlotte is filled with
definitely-
talent.
Yeah, Charlotte is filled with talent.
That's for sure. Now, you mentioned that you had one in 19, you believe 19, 20, 21, right? How old were you when you first got into the music lane, though? Like whether you were a child, older, how old were you?
I started doing music as a kid, but when I was a kid, I didn't think I could be a rapper because that wasn't a thing. Like, it wasn't a whole bunch of female rappers. Like, you know, it was a few sprinkled in there, but my mom didn't listen to that. You know, she had me listen to old school singing. So I'm thinking I'm a singer. Can't sing for shit. You hear me? Can't sing for shit. I got 3 notes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my engineer because he can make it sound like 6 on a good day. But it started then. As a child, I was like recording myself. You know, you put the little tape in there and put the little recording myself and shit. Regular motion.
From a kid.
From a kid.
Is that in terms of like just rapping or just overall? Like, was you finding yourself rapping more so?
I started rapping in like high school. Okay. And that's because my mom finally told me, like, oh, when I was young, I used to rap, you know? Like, I used to be rapping all the time, and I called myself Lady B. And, like, she started freestyling and shit. And I'm like, Mom, what? Like, so then I kind of started becoming interested in doing it, and I started trying to do it by myself. And then people started teaching me, like, this is what you got to do. You got to have a cadence. You got to have this. You got to have bars, punchlines, metaphors. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then we started figuring it out.
So you saying, like, she made it okay for you? Like, she made you... Would you say she inspired you to do it?
She inspired me. Yeah, my mom inspired me to do everything I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, that's tough.
Good.
She made me be great.
Yeah, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I hate to, do this, but I'm just curious, right? A lot of times, especially during this political race, we see a lot of pandering and things of that nature that's going on, right? I'm curious to know if Trump gave you a check, $200K, to perform, to help promote him as a running, candidate, would you take the check?
You said 200 bands.
200 bands.
So, it just depends. I'm not gonna take the money just to say that I believe something if I don't believe it.
Right.
So it would just depend. Am I voting for Trump or not?
I got you. I'm curious because, you see it. We see a lot of artists that are coming out.
But everything ain't about money, though. You know
So
what I'm saying?
do you
Not for
think that
me.
these people are
Not
doing
for
it for
me.
more than money?
I'm unsure of why they're doing it.
Yeah.
But I hope they just, know what they're doing and doing it for the right reasons at the end of the day.
If you were, on the flip side, offered that by the other political party, Kamala Harris and their side of things, would it be just as much thought put into it?
I mean, am I voting for Kamala?
You don't know that.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. That's fair. I'm just curious to know, man, because it'd be a lot of pandering going on, and I'd be wondering, like, especially if other artists had those opportunities, maybe more so along the lines the artists that we might know here locally type stuff. If they came to the city, like, what would it be like if they was offering a check? You know what I mean? Niggas took the vaccine for $100 gift cards. So I
ain't take the vaccine.
You know what I mean? I'm just being honest.
I ain't take no vaccine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I know some people that went back several times.
Let me come over for Christmas and shit.
You got a band? Christmas?
Hell no, I'm not taking no vaccine.
You couldn't eat, bro. You couldn't get a plate.
I mean, I probably could have somebody bring some shit outside.
Yo,
you know.
I ain't gonna lie, man. $200K, I'm tap dancing and everything up that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
No.
I like Trump.
She said I'm tap dancing and everything up that
That's
motherfucker.
crazy.
If you write that shit down, bro. Come on, bro. It's fun.
No, but real shit, though.
It's fun.
It could be fun.
Low key, I feel like motherfuckers is doing that. They getting paid enough to just be like, yeah, vote this way. Like,
come on, man.
But I feel like it's just so different now because I feel like it's not even about what they gonna do. It's just about who popular, who y'all like the best. Like, when did all of the celebrities get so much say so? Like, when did we care about their opinion?
But that's what it seemed like it's boiling down to.
That's crazy.
In my opinion, I feel like it's boiling down to let us not put so much attention and focus on what we're actually voting on, but let's just try to get the people
to like
that like the people that we need. You know what I mean? So let me find out who Twan clean to, who Mary Mack, what they doing on and got going on in Charlotte. Let me find out what they got going on, and let's try to clean to those people, and then hopefully those people will clean to us.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the logic.
I don't want to influence nobody to vote either way. Like, I want you to vote, but I don't want to influence who you vote for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you as a person, you figure that out yourself. Like, you listen, you figure it out, you figure out what they say they gonna do for you, and you pick who you think is best. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I can't help
you. Yeah, that voting shit crazy.
Like, you figure out your shit for yourself.
I do think as a culture, we need to be more educated about what's going on. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Because I just hear people saying all the wrong reasons. Like, oh, she got somebody. She ain't used to say she was black. Like, all right, so y'all not gonna vote for her for that, or like that's the reason. Like, instead of getting down to the facts, like what's really gonna happen if you put certain people in office? What are these people saying they're gonna do?
Yeah.
Are you okay with the laws that they're talking about enforcing? That's the stuff people need to pay attention to, because then niggas get in office and then you mad because you getting locked up for some shit that you weren't supposed to get locked up for, and now you like, oh my God, the police fucking with me. No, you nigga, you fucking with you. You voted for you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all for the wrong reasons. I want a stimulus check. Nigga, fuck a stimulus. You gonna spend it in a day?
That's true. Hey, seeing niggas getting veneers out the ass, boy.
You gonna spend it in a day. Like, little stimulus ain't gonna do shit for you.
I mean, you know.
Some people did shit with
I ain't
it.
even gonna lie, though. People can say what they want to say.
Go
That was
ahead.
a high time in life. You know what I'm saying?
When Trump was in?
That was COVID and
COVID was an alright
money
time.
was hitting and the motherfucking back pay and all. I was, that shit was.
COVID was an alright time because you didn't have to work as hard. Like, it actually seemed like easier at that time. Like, it was like, then you start learning how to make money on your own
for real,
without going to work.
You had
know
to.
What I'm saying?
You feel
like,
me?
You had
and
to.
I think that's, like, I think we need to get back to that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
We don't need to get back to
We're
that.
getting back to making money on our own.
We need
to,
but that's what I'm saying. You can still do that, but we don't got to be locked in the house. That's what I ain't like.
No,
don't lock me in the house.
They're locked in the house.
I'm not wearing no mask. I'm not getting the vaccine. I'm not social distancing and all that shit no more. Niggas just need to get up and go get some damn money at this point.
Specifically speaking,
you know you can do it.
Yeah, I was just specifically speaking on the money shit.
Like,
you know what I'm
niggas
saying?
know they can get some money. Go get some goddamn money. Like, goddamn, you need a virus to go around kill half the population.
But it's easy to say that, but you know when motherfuckers got to get up and go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? They get locked in.
Y'all
You know
feel
what I'm
like niggas not working though?
What I'm saying is, a lot of people don't get up, go to work, and then come home and work on their dreams. You understand what I'm saying? Because they dealing with kids and they girl or whatever, and then they get up and do like they not rare. Like even if you got a rapper, it's rare that you got rappers who like put the studio at the crib. You feel what I'm saying? So when they come home every day, they can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what responsibilities they got throughout the day.
Disagree.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Disagree, because I was about to ask you, how is parenting with you being a rapper?
Yeah, I mean, I got the best balance. Like, my son is 12, you know what I'm saying? So he's not a little baby. Like, my son is outside. He's a superstar athlete, an honor student, just an amazing, all-around supportive, super great kid. And his dad is a big part of his life. My mom, my family, his grandparents, he's there. He's loved. He has everything. And he loves the music. He makes beats. He does all that good shit. But what you talking about with the businesses, like, I feel like people are actually doing more now than they ever did. I see way more black-owned businesses and stuff than I've ever saw. I've been a business owner for years. When I first opened my clothing store, it wasn't no boutiques like that in the city. It might have been like 2. I opened my shit in 2 weeks. Niggas seeing you could do that shit. It was boutiques everywhere. People started seeing that they had the abilities and the resources to do things. And I feel like black people are doing some things, and not just black people. I feel like people are kind of stepping up to the plate a little bit more since the pandemic. I feel like they learned.
That's fair. I actually think that's fair.
Yeah.
I
think they learned a little bit.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I do. I think that's fair.
I see a lot more business owners, homeowners.
Niggas with side hustles.
Yeah.
Even if they ain't real full hustles where they done quit their job, it's a lot more people getting more than one income now than instead of living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck like niggas was living. Niggas is getting money. They figuring out ways like, bro, you know what? I could just buy some bundles off of goddamn AliExpress and flip them bitches. Like now they making money.
They hustling.
Now they realize they can go buy them same dresses on Fashion Nova for $3 a dress, and now they selling them triple the price that they selling it on Fashion Nova in a boutique, but it's just $3. Pick one.
Jody
you know what I'm saying?
style.
They learning.
Yeah.
Like they
That's
learning.
fair. That's fair.
They learning. A lot of motherfuckers is still lazy. You can't fix lazy or stupid. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga with a little hustle in them, all you got to do is show them a little something. And if they really got it in them, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.